and all those foundations. So the whole structure is like dependent on that foundation, right? So the same way, if you build your basics very nice, if you are knowledgeable on that, then definitely on top of that, you can keep on adding your skills. Like you can improve your skill set.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I'll be sharing my screen.
Yeah.
I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
All three of you.
It's visible.
Okay.
Yes,
I shared
sir.
you a file
Yes,
in
Pradeep.
WhatsApp group.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
won't, I mean, this is the actually basic flow how we'll be going through. It's not limited to only these topics. So I'll be sharing you more information which is not in this file also. Okay. So the basic structure or the basic flow what we go through is this one. Okay. So we always, I mean, the first installing the Visual Studio, we already completed, like almost we have seen everything. You forget about this environment and references. I'll be telling you this is in the next stage. Customizing layout, like maybe the basic stage is like how to install Visual Studio, what is the solution, what is a project, and what are the types of selections that we have to do while creating a project. As I told you, right, console, windows, and library, right? So all these are the main basics. So this will be covered in this session 1. And I told you, right, we'll start with the next console application. So this is the console application, and we'll start introduction to programming. Okay.
Okay.
So I told you the selection types, right? Windows, library, and console. That is actually called a project template. Okay. Technically speaking, it is a project template. So while you create a new AutoCAD drawing also, it will ask you to select the template acad.dwt, acad.ispo.dwt. You remember anyone?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely. Yeah.
Yes. So you understand what is that template, right? It will have all the basic AutoCAD inbuilt features and all the blocks and all types of the things what you need to create on top of it, right? So the same thing here. So whatever you are creating a Windows or console or library or some other types in that list, that is a project template. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. And okay. And we will see how to write code in that console application now. So I hope you all are ready. Anyone like switched on their speaker? Because I can hear my own voice.
I am using headphones.
Yes, Pradeep. Yes. Just a minute. Yeah. It's from my end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I start?
Yes.
Oh. I'm hearing my echo. Maybe you can, Deepa, you can join from one device. Are you joining
I
from
no
two
need to share
devices?
screen, right?
Most probably no.
Okay, then I
Maybe,
will close one thing.
yeah. Or you can mute yourself on one device. You mute yourself on one device.
Yeah. Now it's correct.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Yeah, now it is fine. Yeah.
Sorry, in system it was not working properly. I was missing some words, so I again connected with this.
It is okay. It's always choose your comfortable mode of joining because you're also here to learn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I expect you're ready with your own console applications.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'll start with my own console application. I'll create a new project. C Sharp, Windows, console. Okay. So out of these two, which one should I choose?
.NET framework.
.NET framework.
So you know the reason why, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So when you see here .NET Framework, it only shows Windows.
Yeah.
When there is no .NET Framework, it is showing Linux, Mac,
Back,
Windows.
yes.
So
Yeah.
I guess you understood, right?
Yes.
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 Especially Santosh. This was your confusion, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So let's proceed next. So here, always choose the maximum available version in your framework bucket. Okay.
Okay.
For now, I guess 4.7.2 is the stable release version. But if you want to opt any latest version of .NET Framework, I think 4.8 is the latest running version. But that is not the stable version. It is being still developed. So that is why maybe you can select 4.7.2 if you have. Otherwise, if it is showing that in bracket stable, you can select any other version also. Sometimes if it is there, if there is 4.8, it will show it as stable in bracket. So if it is stable
That
version,
means
you can
still
select
they
that.
are working on that, right?
You may get updates. You may get updates. So you need to change again your application. So, but this will not affect us mostly. This will not affect us mostly because now we are upgraded to Windows 10, 11, right? So this will be an issue if you are using 7, 8 and other older versions of your OS. But this should not be an issue now anymore. So on your right side, you have a panel or pane, anything. You have a panel, right? I have a panel. Whether you also have a panel like this?
Yes.
I have Solution Explorer and
Or
Git
sometimes
changes.
it will be sometimes like
Git changes.
do this, not Git changes. It will be sometime like no, not like this. It will be as a docked thing. How to show it? Yeah, like this. Sometimes you may get this way also, like in kind of a minimized docs pane. If you click, then it will expand like this.
Okay.
Sometimes it might be on your left also. So did you find any tab like that?
Yeah,
No.
we have it, but not exactly like yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Swadeep.
So
I can see only notification actually, one panel.
I have Solution Explorer and Git changes. Only
Okay,
two tabs.
forget about Git changes also. We don't require this now. If you have Git changes, select it and close it.
Okay.
If you have Server Explorer also, select it and close it. Only keep only these three, Properties, Toolbox, and Solution Explorer.
But that Properties and Toolbox is not available.
Is not
there
available, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't find anything like this, so go to View. In that, click Solution Explorer. If you don't have that there, okay? And come down, you will have Toolbox.
Yeah.
And if you don't see Properties, go to other windows. Check Properties here. I guess you will find Properties here itself.
Properties window, right? Okay.
Yeah, Properties window. Here it is.
Windows.
Yeah, here it is. Here it
Properties.
is.
Yes, yes.
Here
I
it
got
is.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So forget about all other kind of windows that you need to keep on the right side. Most probably keep all these windows on your right because that will be the most comfortable side to see actually. Don't keep it on left. So tab all those things onto your right. If you feel that this is not in a proper aligned way like this or something like that, just drag that. See on top you can see one bar, right? Dotted bar. So just hold on that dotted bar You can move that window actually like this. Keep on your right side, keep on this one. You are able to see, right?
Yes, yes.
When
Yes.
you hold that window, you will get an option like this in between. On which side you want to keep that window, you just select that particular. I mean, I'm selecting the second right one, this one. So it will come onto my right like this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
this is the properties, this is the toolbox. Okay. Why it came like? Okay. Okay, it is actually coming on top. Do you have also on top? No, right? It's coming on bottom,
No,
right?
it's merged. Yeah, in the top bottom, yes.
Okay, for me, why it is coming on like this? Okay, don't worry, leave about that. It is, however, same.
Okay.
Okay, so now I have properties, toolbox, and solution explorer. So is this the same with you?
Yes.
So all three of you have properties, toolbox, and solution explorer. Is it correct, Deepa? You're not responding.
Yes, Vadi.
So you have all these three windows on your right side of your Visual Studio, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. So why we need these three windows, I'll tell you. So if you go to Solution Explorer, you can see the tree view of your solution. So this is my main solution, what I have created, console test one. So my first project, default project, what I have with my solution will be the same name of my solution. Okay. See my console test one, this is a project, this is a solution. So my project, default project, what I've created will be the same name of my solution like this. Okay. If you want to change the name, you can change. Just right click on that. You can rename it. Okay. Are you following me till this point?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, Vadi.
Okay, forget about all these options. Don't read them now itself. Just only see the option rename. Okay. If you want to
Okay.
rename, you can rename it. Even if you want to rename your solution, rename it. You can rename it. But be careful while renaming your projects and solution. Sometimes your output, like for example, the output of my project now will be console test1.exe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I told you that, okay, output in the sense, so when you finish your application should have an output, right? So to give to someone else or to run it somewhere else, you need an output of this application, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So when you select project type as console or desktop, your output will be .exe.
Yeah.
I told you this point in the last session too.
Yes. Yes.
So when you select library, what will be your output?
.dll format.
Yeah, exactly.
Correct.
So when you select library as your application type, project type, your output will be .dll. So now we are going with console. So our output will be .exe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So my exe name will also be console test1.exe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So sometimes if you rename your project, your exe name will not change. If I rename my console test1 to console test2, sometimes my exe will be with console test2 only. So
Okay.
in order to change your exe name also, you should do some steps. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for
Mm-hmm.
now, in your initial stages, when you're creating a project, be careful with the name. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So sometimes you feel that, okay, I renamed with test2, but the output is again test1 only. Why it is that like that? I think something is going wrong. So you might feel that you are confused and you lost somewhere. So that is the reason I'm telling you, when you're don't try to rename your project now in the initial stages. You can do that later once you know how to change in the exe also. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is not a big thing, but you'll not understand today. Maybe after 10 or 15 sessions, you might get some idea how to rename. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And this is nothing but properties of this project. Okay. And these are references. forget about app.config. I will tell you later. So this is the basic structure and contents, how you see your solution inside code. When you go to solution folder, you will find only folders and files. Okay, you won't find these properties, you won't find these references inside your folder. But suppose you want to go to this console test1 folder where you created. Go to right click, open folder in file explorer.
Okay.
Okay, you need not go to your file explorer, you need not go to a folder where you store this one. Okay, just click on this project, go to open folder in file explorer. Yes, now this project, wherever it is in your local system, it will get opened. Okay, so now you can see this app.config and test console from CS project program CS, but you cannot find these properties and references here. Okay, so this content is different. I mean this is the same program CS. This file and this file is same, but these are like the files which can be seen only in Solution Explorer. Okay, properties and references. So I will tell you what is properties and references too. This program.cs is in this console test1 project. Okay. So when you create a program, for suppose, okay, we'll take a bike as an example. Any vehicle. Okay, there is vehicle. Okay, consider this to be a vehicle. That vehicle will have properties, right? Color, weight, how much cc it is, how fast will it go, all these properties it will have, right?
Yes.
Okay, and okay, we'll change it to car. Okay, we'll change it to car. So we are going in car now. It has its own properties, right? Color, weight, how many gears it have, what is the type of engine, what is the name of engine, all these things are properties. Okay. References, for example, that car have an display. In that display, we need Android to see the maps, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? When you want to see the Google Maps inside car display, what you need a software,
Yes.
which is Google Maps, right? So now, in the same case, our console test1 project also need some references. Okay. So for example, we took a car, right? We need Google Maps inside the car display to see that. We have a display, but if we don't have Android software in that, we cannot use maps, right?
Yeah.
We need an application to run in that display, but the mediator is what? OS, Google Android application. Android is developed by whom? Google. We all know that, right?
Yes. Yes.
Android is Google's OS. Okay.
Yeah.
So the car have reference of Google.
Okay. Okay.
You understood my point?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
The car is dependent of Google. If there is no Google, there is no maps inside
Yes.
car.
Yes.
It will work. It will work, but there is no functionality of using maps without Google. Okay. So the car is dependent on Google Maps. Sorry, Google for using maps. If there is
Yes.
Google, then only we can see maps inside car display. Okay. So you understood the link now?
Yes.
Yes.
So something
Yes.
which is dependent. So something which our project is dependent. So that is called a reference. Okay.
Okay.
So that is called a reference. So my project is dependent on something. So that will be in a references. Okay. If I need to work with Excel. Okay. In future, you saw many applications that can take Excel as input, right? So you run some application. So it should take Excel data from some path. So you stored Excel in somewhere. If you run application, that application should take Excel data as input. You stored that Excel somewhere else. Forget about that. You gave the path to application that should read the data from Excel and show you. Okay. So my application need to have Microsoft reference to read Excel.
Okay.
You understood? Deepa,
Yes.
Santosh,
Yes,
Girija, all three of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you with me?
yes,
Yes,
Yes, yes, sir.
So my application will need Microsoft because Excel is a product of Microsoft. Okay. So
Okay,
my
okay.
console test one application should have Microsoft reference as reference in this list to read Excel. I need to read Excel now. For example, I need to create an Excel. I need to create an Excel from path. Excel should take some path. Okay. So I should read Excel, right? In order to read Excel, I should have Excel first, right?
Yeah.
Read Excel data, write Excel data, show Excel data. My application should have an Excel reference so that I can read it, write it, show it, or do something else with that. Okay. Without that Excel, Microsoft Excel reference, I cannot work with Excel. As the same way, without Google Android OS, we cannot see maps in car. The same way here also, without Microsoft Excel reference in our project, we cannot work with Excel. So now you understood what is reference?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
References are nothing but our application dependents. Sorry, we are dependent on something that are called as references. We are dependent on them, not them. Okay. So in order to run our application, we need those. Correct?
yes.
Yes.
So I am creating an application. For now, assume that there is Excel reference added here in my project. Okay. I developed an application. I added Microsoft Excel here in my list. I developed some application. I released it. I gave exe to Girija. But in her system, she don't have Microsoft Excel. You might think that, okay, I added Microsoft Excel in my system. I made an output exe from my application. How will that run in other system? Did you get it out like this now while I'm telling?
Yes, yes.
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 So the other person who is using it should also
should
have this
also
reference.
have the Excel, not reference. Excel should be installed in that computer.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So when you tell application, when you add a reference here, any reference here in your project, so the same software should be installed in the person's system who is using this application. So I developed an application which reads Excel data or which uses Microsoft Excel as a reference and gave it to someone. So now that someone or that person who took my application should have the software installed. So what will my application do after installing in that person's system? In the sense, it will go and search for that reference.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, I'm adding a reference. So it will ask the path. So now I want to add Excel. Now it will ask for path. Okay. So now I will go and choose some path that will be inside C, right? Every software will be installed in C drive, right? That you know it, right? So
Yes.
C, programs, files, some Microsoft Office, Office 16. Okay, not this one. Okay, something else. I will choose Excel here. Okay, I will come till here and choose Excel. So now this path, the application will remember. Okay. So when the other person who is installing this software, who is using my application, so my project will search for Excel in this path. Okay. It will search for your reference in this path. When the other person don't have the software installed, then it will not run in their system. Okay.
Okay.
So if I am adding any other references, any other external references, okay, why I am using external, I will tell you. Okay.
Okay.
When I'm using external references when I'm adding external references to my project, that that particular reference software should also be installed in the people's computer who are about to use my application.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you got my point, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You are with me till
Yes,
here,
yes,
right?
Yes. Yes.
yes.
Okay. So why I used external references? So we have internal references too. Okay. So I did not do or did not add or did anything here. This is I created this application in front of you itself, right?
Yeah.
So did I add all these things?
No.
No.
No, right? So why they came?
Okay.
These
So
are
internal.
default internal references. Okay. These are the basic references needed for application. Okay. So as you know, Visual Studio itself is a software, right?
Yes.
So it also needs something. So you are writing here something. That means this is some text, right?
Yes.
This is some text, right? I'm writing numbers or I'm doing something, something I'm writing. So this is also a data. It's also a text. It should also process something what you're writing here, right?
Yes.
So that is why this data is required, not for you,
Okay,
for Visual Studio.
okay,
So these are the basic references that Visual Studio requires for you to write something, for you to proceed with the start. Okay.
Okay.
So adding a reference we can do by right click on references. You can right click on references. You can add here, add reference. Okay. So I guess you all understood about references, right?
Yes.
yes, got it.
I don't think about what is system, what is system.core, what is system.data. Okay, we will see this later. Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
but you can see here there is system, but here there is system.core, but here system.data, system.data set extensions. You can see always there is system, right?
Yes.
So this system is the parent. Like
Yes.
for example, if we take a family tree, four father, okay, four five generations earlier, one man, okay,
Okay.
and this core and data are children of system,
Okay.
and this data set extension is child of system dot data,
Okay.
okay, and system dot net is a child of system, and HTTP is the child of .net,
Okay.
okay. So whenever you are using dot, whenever there is a dot, it means you can see their child items. Okay.
Okay.
System dot. If I am clicking dot, anything dot in the sense content, show me the content of system. You understood?
Yes.
Yes.
So I am typing system. And one more thing, C Sharp is actually what to say? Some main references and some okay, references should be capital letters. Okay, first letter should be capital. It is case sensitive. If I type small letter system, it will not accept. If I'm clicking on dot, nothing will come. Okay,
Okay.
it is case sensitive. Your first letter should be capital. Then you click dot, you'll get some child items of that. Okay, now what is system? I will tell you later. Okay, but system is a parent. Okay, in technically speaking, system is a class. I will tell you what is class later. Okay, for now remember it as a parent. Okay,
Okay.
so if you want to see the child items of system, you need to click on dot. So when you click on when you write something and click type dot, that in the sense you are asking Visual Studio to show its child items. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yes.
So you can see all its child items now. You can click on down arrow button to see its child items. Okay. Now I have chosen attribute. If you want to choose something, click on tab. Remember what I'm using, the keyboard keys, what I'm telling, remember that. So if I want to see the child items, I will use dot. If I want to select anything, I will use tab or space. I have clicked
Okay.
on space, it came here.
Okay.
If I'm using tab also, it will come here. Okay. If you want, you can check typing in your console application right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it right.
Yes.
Deepa, you got it?
No, for me, if I give tab and space, it's taking system.console directly.
No. Go to the item what you need.
Okay.
System dot. Go to the
Yeah.
item what you need. Down. Press your down arrow button.
Okay. Yeah.
Go
Then
to
it's taking.
activator. Go to activator.
Yes,
Click on
it's
space.
working.
Go to activator. Go click on space or tab. Okay.
Yeah, it's working.
Now, if you want to know whether activator is also parent, what will you do?
Again, dot.
Again, dot.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So activator is also a parent. It has also child items. Okay. So these are the child items of activator. Check. Click on tab. Again, these have child items or not. You check by clicking on dot. Yes. This also have members. Okay.
Yes.
So this way you can deep dig into its child items. Okay. So that is how here you can see system dot data dot data set extensions. If something is there in data set extensions, then you can all again keep dot and yeah, everyone is able to see my screen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So this way, this is the relation between the child, parent and dot. Okay. So you understood what is dot, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is why this complete thing is called .NET.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Dot in the sense now you understood what is dot in .NET,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So I'm removing all these things. So now you understood what is references, right? So what is the function of system? What is the function of system.core? What is the function of system.data? I mean, what is the uses when we add this? How will we use it? How we use a reference? We will see it later. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, now I added data. The same thing. Okay. Here are you able to find something here on top here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is nothing but a using statement. So you added some reference to your project. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, in car, as with the same example what we discussed, okay, you went to Google and you asked, okay, I want your software in my car. Give me Android. he gave you Android and you went to your office, you went to your manufacturing unit, okay? And you sat there, you have Google in your hands, you have car, you have Google in your hands. But how can we see that in display?
We should install. Then we should get app, desktop app kind of
Yeah,
thing.
exactly the same thing. Here you have reference in your project,
Yeah.
but you should use in your particular program.cs. Then only you will get its items, objects.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you got my point? You have something in your hand, but you should use it, right?
Yes.
Without using it, you will not be able to get features of that, right? So you
Yeah.
have car, you have Google. If you create an app, if you create a display, if you install it in the display, then only you will be able to use maps, right?
Yeah.
The same way, this is my program. This is my program, and I have to use it. I have to tell this program use it. Then only I will be able to get all its child items.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yes.
So now I'm using system here. Okay, if I'm not using system here, I cannot get what are the child items of system here.
Yeah. Means.
Okay, family tree example. Okay,
Yes.
if someone is not able to find your grandparents, then you cannot be a reflection of them, right?
Yeah.
If they are there, then only they can come down in the tree. Then your parents come, then you will come, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you got my point?
Yes.
So
Yes.
you should use system, grand parent kind of thing. Then only you can get childs of system to use here. Okay.
Okay.
Even though you have system here in your references, unless you use it here, you declare here. This is declaring. Okay. You should declare that this program should use this one.
Okay.
Then only you can get it objects or child items inside. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Till now you are with me, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So now you are clear about references, how to add, what is reference, and what is using, what is dot, how to get child items, what is parent, how to get child items, and all you are clear about this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Forget about properties. I will tell you later because
Okay.
these have a big story. These have a big story. Okay. So these have many things here. So like properties of your project, how your project should be, what it should use. Okay, I'll tell you about two things, build and debug. Okay. So what is build in the sense you, for example, you have drawing in your AutoCAD or Revit, something else. Okay, you have your project in your Revit, right?
Yes.
Until unless you build that structure, you won't be able to see it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the site. Okay. Until unless you build that structure, you won't be able to see that in the site, right?
Yes.
Yes.
The same thing, the same meaning, the same meaning we can take it here. Until unless you build your solution or project, we cannot see the output exe.
Okay.
Okay. You need to build your solution to get your .exe output. Okay.
Okay.
Until unless you build a solution, you cannot get the output exe file. Clear?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what is debug? How to say? Debug is nothing but these are actually main two words. Remember it very well. I expect you understood build, right? So what is debug in the sense? You cannot directly give your project for building in the site, right?
Yeah.
You check it, because there will be level 1 checking, level 2 checking, your manager check, and everything goes there, right? So after all checks, then you will release your project, right?
Yes.
Debug is also the same kind of thing. You test your application, okay? You test your application many times, line by line. So if I write 10 lines of code, I need to check my code each and every line, like one line, second line, third line, fourth line, fifth line, sixth line. So I have to debug and check all the lines. Debug is nothing but digging into your application live, but you're not releasing it. You're testing it for yourself.
Okay.
Okay, you got it? I
Yes.
wrote
Yeah.
10 lines of my code. Now I'm running my code in debug mode. In debug mode, we have two modes. You can see here. Here is the debug, right? Did you find in your solution
Yes.
window?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So there
Yes.
is something called release also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is debug and release.
Yeah.
So debug in the sense, without releasing, you are testing it for yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
Release is nothing but everything is done. Now I need an exe directly.
Okay.
Okay, I want to test this application, how user is seeing it. So are you able to catch my point?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So there are like 10 lines of my code. Okay, there are 10 lines of my code. Now, if I run my application, here you can see start, right?
Yes.
So this is the start. So if you write something and if you click on start, your application will start. Okay.
Yeah.
You can do that in two ways, two modes, debug or release. But I want to debug this first line. So you should, if you want to know what is happening in each and every line of code, you need to run this application in debug mode. Okay.
Okay.
You don't want to check your code. You think that it's all good. So you want to test it as a user. For example, you gave your application to user. So user will run it directly, right? You'll give exe, he will run it directly. He don't have Visual Studio and all these things, right? So you want to test as if you are a user without checking what is there in your code. You should run it in release mode. Okay, when you run this application through release mode, it will not allow you to see each and every line. Okay, directly it will run all the 10 lines at once. It will give you the output. For example, I'm writing here, I'm writing here 1 comma 10 and I'm adding it. I have a code to add two numbers. Okay, I have given a is equal to, I have given a is equal to 10, b is equal to 10. Now I'm telling my code to add a plus b. Okay, I'm telling my code to add a plus b and okay, c is equal to a plus b. Now I'm telling my application to show c. Okay, so these are my steps. So if I run my application in debug mode, there is one thing called debug point. Okay, if I create a debug point like this, we can create like this actually. Actually, this is a comment, so that is why it is not coming. Okay, so this is a debug point actually. Here on your left, complete left, there is one panel, right, in gray color. So here we can give this as debug point. When you just tap on this line, so these are the line numbers what you see here, 1 to 22. Okay, if I want to see my application at this line, you can click here. That means your application will stop here and it will wait for your command to proceed. Okay, so it will come and
Means
stop here.
till that point it will read.
It will come, yeah, till that point it will continue. Okay,
Okay.
and okay, before this I forgot to tell you one thing. Let's take car as an example. You have everything. You have complete car, and you, in order to, I told you to come from Bangalore to Hyderabad.
Mm.
What is the first step you will do? You have a car. You're at you're about to open your door. Okay,
Mm.
you're standing at car door. What is the first step you will do? You will open the car door, and what will you do the next? You will sit and directly come. You cannot do that,
No,
right?
we will see is everything is fine.
Okay, the important step you are missing.
The
After
fuel.
opening the car door,
Fuel.
you will sit in the car. Just after sitting
Yeah.
in the car, will you directly come to Hyderabad? No, right? What
No,
will you do after
we
sitting in the car?
will check like
Check the fuel.
fuel.
Okay, you'll check the fuel. Okay,
Seat
we have
belt.
the fuel.
We
Okay,
will
seat
drive.
belt. You are okay. You will drive, but before that,
We will wear seat belt.
Yeah,
okay,
that is
you
safety.
will wear seat belt. Okay, you will wear the seat belt. Okay,
Start the
okay.
car, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're telling all about fuel, seat belt,
Yeah.
everything, but without starting the car, how will you come to Hyderabad?
Yes.
Yes. So, the entry point, I mean, the starting point of for you to come to Hyderabad is you should start your car. Okay. Without starting the car, it won't move forward, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Without starting your car, without key or without the uh, main thing for a car to move is you have to start it, right?
Yes.
Okay. That is the main thing. You have to start it, then only the car will move forward. Okay.
Yes.
So the same way, an application will also have a main point. How will you know that, okay, there are so many things here? How will you know where your application will start?
Like first we should see input, what
See now
inputs we are giving.
this console test one is your car.
Mhm.
Where is the key? Where is the start? Where will you go to start your engine, your car?
References.
No
What
references. No.
reference we
No,
use.
the open bracket itself is the start, I think.
Yes,
It's
this is the
starting
start.
the program.
Yes.
Ah,
You can see there is only one program.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, this is the default one. Forget about okay, what is program. So this is the, you can see here main, right? This main is your starting point of your application. Okay. How will
Okay.
you know you started? You are telling that application to start, but how will it come here? How will it come to A? If
Yeah.
I have program 2, if I have like this is a program, right? If I have program 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, how
Where
will
it
you
has to
tell that
start.
where it will come? How will you decide that where it should start?
Okay.
This method is the starting one. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm using the name called method.
Okay.
Okay. This have also a meaning, method. Okay.
Method.
Remember that method. Okay. This main is a main method. This is the main method. Okay. This is an interview question.
Okay.
Oh,
What is the start point of your application?
Main.
This one,
Main.
main method.
yeah.
Okay. What is the start point of your application? Main method is my starting point of my application, where if I debug or if I run anything, my application will come here. This is the entry point. This is the starting point. Okay. My application will come here first. So then only it will go somewhere, but it will come here first. Okay. This is my main.
And
Okay.
what is the static void, actually?
we will. I'm about to say that. Forget about static, forget about void.
Okay.
I will tell you later. Okay.
Fine.
What is args? What is this string? What is this bracket? I will tell you. Okay. Just try to understand what is main. Okay.
Okay.
You understood the main, right? It
Yes.
is the
Yeah.
entry point or main start point of your application. Okay. When you create an application, when you create a project, when you create a solution, this is the main point for you. Okay. Your application will come here. So here itself, you have to tell something to the application. Do this, do that, go here, ask user this input, come and calculate. Everything will be here only. Okay. This is the entry point of your application. Okay.
Okay.
Here there is something called namespace. This is nothing but your project name.
Okay.
Namespaces cannot have space. This is the name itself have space, but it will not take spaces.
Okay.
Okay. So don't confuse what is namespace. Just assume that it is your project name. Okay. So whenever you create a project, a default program class will be there. .cs is class.
Okay.
This one. So whenever you create a default application, there is some project. This is the project, right? So in your project, there will be a namespace, which is your project name without spaces. Okay. You understood, right? You got it, right?
Okay.
So the same name will come here without spaces. This is the level 1. Inside level 1, C# is actually full of these flower brackets. Okay. So this is the parent. Inside this parent, this is the child. So this will hold this one. Okay. So this is the start flower bracket. This is the end flower bracket. In order to make you understand, they will give you these dotted bars. You can see here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can see that this bar is connecting these flower brackets, right? That means this is one parent. Okay. You can minimize and check. This is the minimize bar. If you minimize, you cannot see anything. So this is the main parent. Okay. This will always be with your, this name will always be with as same as your project name without spaces. Okay.
Okay.
This is a class. This is a class. Class in the sense child of namespace. Okay. And this class file extension is .cs. I told you in the last session. Okay. Solution will have .sln, right? As its extension, file extension. So a class will have .cs.
Okay.
Okay. As .cs. CS is nothing but C# only, but it is a class written in C#.
Okay.
That is why it is program.cs.
Okay.
If you write or create an application in VB, it will be program.vb.
Okay.
Okay. You understood the class extension?
Yes.
So it is dependent on the language you select. Okay. If you see program .vb, don't get confused. That program class is written in VB language.
Okay.
Okay. Now the application is in C#, right? So that is why it is program.cs. This is the default structure. When you create an application, you'll get all these files like this. And you can, in this program, there is a default method called as main.
Okay.
This is your entry point of your application. Okay.
Okay.
Now, I told you, right? Console is a type of application where we don't have any user interface.
Interface. Okay.
Okay, I told you, right? Console application is nothing but we deal everything in command prompt. Okay, your input, your when you ask user something, when you display something, everything will be shown in command prompt. Why? Because you don't have any user interface.
Okay.
Okay. Now, to show something or to read something, we will use a keyword called console. Why? Because this is a console application, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So console, to see its child items, what should I do?
Dot.
Dot.
Yeah, dot. I told you in last class, read line and write line. Okay,
Yeah.
read line, read line. Okay, okay. I clicked on dot. I went to, you can in our without going to your down arrow and checking where is read line, you can type letter R. So
Okay.
which are with R will come here.
Okay.
Okay. So if I
Yeah.
type W, so which are the child items with W, it will come here. Okay. So I want to go with read line now because I want to ask users something. Okay. So when you want to ask something, you use read line. When you want to say something or show something, you will use write line.
Okay.
Okay. So now I want to use read line. So I'm going with read line, this one. Okay. Now I'm using tab. You can also parallelly do with me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You can, I will wait for a minute. You can type console. You can click type dot and you can type R. And when read line is highlighted, you tell me,
Yeah, it's
Yes.
highlighted.
all three of you.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Now what should I click to get there? Get this
Tab.
highlighted one
Tab.
there, tab or space.
Yeah.
Tab or space, anything. Whichever is handy for you, you can go with that. Now, read line will, okay. So how will you tell that you need inputs? Like for example, there is a command prompt has come now. I need inputs for the A and B. Okay. I need inputs for A and B to add them.
Okay. Okay.
Command prompt pop-up came. I am the user. You wrote. How will I know what should I type? You know in your mind that you need A and B, like some
Yes.
two numbers, values, but how will I know that you need something?
It has to tell. The program has to tell what should be
Yes.
the value.
No, it should tell type A and B.
Okay. Okay.
Until unless you show something like type A and B, how will I know
Okay.
to type A
Okay.
and B? I don't know,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So that communication has to be given here. After read line, shift 9, that is your bracket, open your bracket. Whenever you open your bracket, if you click on shift and 9, automatically your end bracket will also come.
Shift 9.
Shift 9. In my keyboard, it is shift 9. Open
Okay.
bracket, open and close bracket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever you click shift and 9, the open bracket, automatically the end bracket will also come for you. Do you get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
That in the sense, it is seeking some kind of input from user. Okay. This is the method how we have to use the child items.
Okay.
So we will denote strings with these two. Okay. Forgot because it's like so much time. I have also not used this. Okay. Console read line, what it will do is it will take inputs from the user. But I told you, right, in order to before that you should tell user that to type A and B.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So before that itself we have to show something. So we have to show, okay, sorry. Console dot right line. I'm using right line, open bracket. Here you can see on the left side, it is 1 of 19. Are you able to see this?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, I'll wait.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When I click console dot right line and open the bracket and close the bracket, I'm able to see 1 of 19, and there are arrows also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now there is something called void console dot right line. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Click on down arrow.
Okay.
Did it change to 2 of 19?
Yes.
Yes.
So again go to up, come down, up, come down. Are you able to see any difference?
Yes. The Boolean
Yes.
value.
Yeah. So here it have 19 similar right line children inside console. You can use any of that. One is with input, another one is without input. One is, see, now if I use first child, I need not to pass anything. I'll just simply come outside and click semicolon. Okay. Whenever you are, this semicolon is the end of every line. Okay. In C Sharp, if you want to end your program line, okay, this 13 line is there, right? When you want to end this 13 line programmatically, you should use semicolon.
Okay.
Okay.
This is must. This is must. Okay. If you're not using semicolon, it will tell that you have errors in your program. The red symbol, what came at my arrow, it is blinking, right? You can see here.
Yeah. Yes.
So that is telling, if you click your arrow, mouse arrow here, if you hover, if you go there, if you keep your mouse there on the red one which is showing, it is telling that the error code CS1002 is the error code. What it is telling? Semicolon expected.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are missing semicolon. It is telling that semicolon is expected here, but you haven't given. Okay. And
Yeah.
the code, error code is CS1002. Okay.
Okay.
If you click on this, okay, it is end in 10 minutes. Okay, fine. If you click on this code, it will direct you to a website
Okay.
where it will have a description of this error.
Okay.
What is semicolon? Why you are getting this error? Why you should use semicolon? This all description and explanation will be there.
Okay.
Okay, here.
Yeah.
So I know as a programmer, as an experienced programmer, I know what is this error, so I won't go here. But in case if you get an error like this while doing a program in your initial days, just come here, keep your cursor, mouse cursor here, see what it is telling. If anything you understood, then it is fine, correct it that way. If you don't understand, click on this error link, okay, error code link. It will direct you to Microsoft website where you have detailed explanation of this error. Okay, got it?
Okay.
Okay, so now coming to right line, I have 19 such kind of right line children in console. I can use anything. So these brackets are there, right? After right line,
Yes.
these two brackets are there, right? Open and close bracket are there, right?
Yes.
So that can be with inputs or without inputs. Okay. For example, you all three are working in same company. Okay. For example, Santosh is more experienced than you two people. Okay. He don't require any inputs like from his manager. Just you give the project file, he will do it.
Okay.
And Deepa is somewhat less experienced than Santosh. She need 2-3 inputs like from her manager. Okay, this is the one, that is the one, this is the one standard you have to use, this is the file that they gave. So take all these references as inputs. So Deepa, as she have some less experience, or Deepa is some other colleague who don't know. So your manager gave some more inputs. Okay, Deepa required 2 or 3 inputs for her to do the work. Okay, Santosh don't need any inputs. He can directly do it right away. Okay, and Girija, you need more inputs because you are a fresher. Girija, you need Girija, as you are fresher, you need more inputs. So you need detailed explanation. You need 10 inputs.
Yeah.
Santosh don't need any input. Deepa need 2 or 3 input, and Girija need 10 inputs to do the same work. Okay,
Yeah.
the project is same, but the kind of inputs you require is different, right? So now consider console is your company name.
Okay.
Okay, console is your company name. Right line is a colleague tag. Your team, your team or some. Okay, everyone have a name called colleague. Company have right line as a colleague. Company is console here. Okay.
Okay.
Inside console there is a right line name colleagues. You three names are colleagues only. Okay, all you 3 people names are right line only. Okay,
Okay.
you understood what I'm telling? Am I confusing you?
No.
No.
All right.
It's clear.
So here Santosh name is right line. He don't require any input. He can do the work as it is. Deepa required 2 or 3 inputs, or 3 consider. Girija, you require more inputs, but all your names are same.
Okay.
Your manager can pick anyone for doing the project. Okay, your manager can pick anyone for doing the project by giving their respective inputs. If I pick Santosh, I'm the manager. If I pick Santosh, I need not to give any input. If I pick Deepa, I need to give her 3 inputs.
Yeah.
If I pick Girija, I need to give 10 inputs. Okay, that will be dependent on how will I choose the person based on the project deadline, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
that is purely dependent on me.
Yeah.
So purely dependent on manager. Okay,
Yes.
what to use. So here now what this now we can see 1 out of 19, right? So this is also a similar case. Right line is a method. Right line is a method or child of console, which have similar 19 other ways, 19 other methods. Okay, one doesn't require input, one require other input, one requires some other input. Okay, now you got my point.
Yes.
So this right line is a method inside console. It's a child of console, where console also have 18 other right lines also inside it. So first right line is not asking any input.
Okay.
Second right line, it is asking a value, Boolean value, true or false.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Third method, it is asking char as input,
Character.
Correct.
character as input. Fourth method is asking characters. That I mean, the third one and fourth one, what is the difference in the sense? Char is a single value. Char something char, after that there is some bracket, right? So that is an array.
Okay.
Array. It's not a single value. Okay, it is more than one.
Okay.
And fifth one is asking a decimal value.
Yeah.
Sixth one is asking a double value.
Yes.
Okay, these are data types. Okay, whatever you are seeing here, double, decimal, char bracket, bool, these all are called as data types.
Okay.
Type of data, simple data types. Okay, string is also a data type. Here what you see, this one, string is also a data type. Okay, so now what method I have to choose is completely dependent on me, right? Whether it might be the
Yeah.
project deadline, or whether I want to test Santosh, how many days you want to see, or I want to test Girija. The reason might be different because of
Yeah.
if I take the project deadline is soon, I will give it to Santosh. But
Yeah.
Girija is fresher, right? I want to test her too, her capabilities. If I
Yeah.
think that way, I will choose Girija. If I think project deadline is important, I will choose Santosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the reason of choosing here is different. That depends upon you. Okay, the reason, I mean the purpose. What right line you have to use depends upon your purpose completely. Okay.
Okay.
What is the purpose for you here to choose right line? What is your motto to do here? That depends upon what method you are choosing. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now
Yeah.
I have to print some message. Message
Yes.
is text.
Yes.
Text is nothing but string. Okay. Here in C Sharp, every text is called as string.
Okay.
Okay. And string will be denoted as double quotes, inside double quotes. Okay. The way I show you.
Okay.
This shift double quote. You have something beside your L. Second right off from your L button in your keyboard. Beside L, you have semicolon and colon, right? Beside that, you have what is called this one? Yeah, double colon.
Colon.
Yeah, this one. So anything is written between these two is a string. Okay.
Okay.
Everything you write in the between these two is a string. So I will write enter A and B. Okay.
Okay.
It is showing error for me. What is the mistake I did?
Semicolon.
Semicolon at the end.
Yes, semicolon at the end. Okay. Okay. Here I gave one input as string, right? There might be some other input. It might accept more than one input also.
Okay.
If I click comma after my string input, okay, as I told you, in the case of Deepa, she required 3 inputs, right? Input 1, 2, 3. Okay. A method, right line method may have one input or more than one input, right?
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Santosh, I'm
Yes.
able to hear you.
Yes.
Yep, everyone join, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Deepa?
Yeah, Girija, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, so till now, are you with me? So now the things are getting more complex for you. I'm using new terms, I'm using new words. Just remember them carefully, focus on them. Okay, so now right line may take one input or more than one input, right? To check that, this complete thing is one string. Don't think that E is one, N is one, T is one. It's not like that. Whatever you write in between these quotes, double quotes, it is a string. It is one string. So from here to here, it is one string. Means one input. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You got it?
Okay. Yes, yes.
Okay.
If you want to give one more input, just click comma
Okay.
after your string. Okay. Don't type comma in your these quotes. Nothing will happen because that will assume that comma is also a string. Okay.
Okay.
Come to right side of your complete right side of your string. At the end of the string, enter comma. Now you will see all the methods which are with 2 inputs. Drag down, drag
Okay,
down,
okay.
drag down, drag down. Click on down button. See, you can see one method, one right line method is asking these many inputs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got my point, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, okay, come. Okay, so now I want to test only this line. I don't want to test this line.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, you understood what is this one till you understood what is line
Yes.
13.
Yes.
Yes.
So console,
Mhm.
what is dot, why we are using line, why we are using a text message here. You got my everything right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So this main is my entry point of my application, right? So this is my starting bracket of this main method, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I can even keep debug here.
Okay.
Okay, it will come and stop here. It will not even come to my console right line.
Okay.
Okay, so this is
Yeah.
the I mean, this is the starting debug point for anything. You cannot give any before. I mean, there is no before debug anything more. This is the least debug point, minimum least debug point where you can stop your application. Okay, 12 is the least point.
Okay.
You got it? So
Yes.
we cannot keep a debug point at 11. It will not even accept. Click on 11. It will not accept. Even you can try it, because there is no the application itself will start from 12. These brackets. Okay,
Yeah.
it will come to main, but the starting is the flower bracket only. So that is why this is starting minimum debug point where you can keep. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I kept a debug point here now. You can do the same. And
Mm.
I wrote many number of lines of code,
Okay.
Okay.
but I don't want to run these things now.
Mhm.
I only want to check this one, whether it is working or not. I don't want to check all these things. What should I do? Should I delete them?
No,
No.
No, right?
like
If
the
I delete
debug
them,
point should
We
be at
should.
13.
okay, the debug point will come here. It will go to this line. After this line, which one is there? This one only, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
So after this, it will
Yes.
come to this. After this, it will go to this. After this, it will go to this. So
Okay.
till it will pass all these things and it will come here, it will exit.
Okay.
It will exit. But I don't want this to run. I only want this one to run. But I don't want to delete this one also.
Co- We can comment it also.
Yeah, we can comment it. There is something called comment. Comment in the sense we are making this line not to be inside the debug or not to be inside the application.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Why this is not good? So you can see here in your Visual Studio there is something called comment.
Okay.
This is uncomment, comment and uncomment. So when I comment these lines, select these lines and click on comment. Now
Okay.
this code will be there here, but it will not run.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You can
Okay.
see that, you can see this console color, you can see this right line color. This is
Yes.
something green and this is yellow and this string is in orange, but this complete code is in green color now.
Okay.
So all commented code will be in this color. Your text, whatever you have written, the code will be there, but it will not run in your project. Okay.
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 If you want to test these two, you can uncomment. I can uncomment all these lines, or I can only uncomment this one. That is my wish. I can uncomment only this one line because I only want to test this single line more next step. or else I want to test these two also. Then only select these two and click on comment. If I want to do everything, I will select everything and I'll do uncomment.
Okay.
That is based on my wish. I can uncomment or comment the selected or unselected, everything. That is dependent on you. You can comment single line or complete code. You can uncomment single line or you can uncomment everything. That is your wish.
Okay.
Okay. Now I don't want to do this. I will only comment this because I only want to run this. Only one single line. Okay. So always whenever you are modifying your code, click on Control S. You know the importance of Control S. I did not to specifically tell you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same.
Right. So Control S will save your lives.
Yes.
So always keep handy. Control S, keep on clicking Control S, even though you're not doing anything, save it. Okay. Otherwise you will lose your code. Now I
Okay.
want to start my application. What should I do?
We should run. Start.
Start.
Yes. So this console is a child of system. If I go to my this console and click on my mouse there, you can see class system.console. So console
Yeah.
is child of system. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I used one child of system. If there is no using system here, I cannot use console. If I remove here, see it is showing error.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, it is saying that I cannot recognize console. What it is? It is telling you the message something like this. But I have
Okay.
reference here. But I have reference.
Yeah.
Why it is not taking? Because it is not recognizing. Even though you have it in your hand, you're not telling the program to use it.
Yes.
Right? Now you understood why what I told clearly?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You see the color difference between these all the things?
Yes.
Why this is in gray and why this is in white?
Yes.
Any guess?
I think
Yeah.
parent.
System is
We
parent
are
Parent.
and
using the
now is in for
console.
child.
Yes, we are using its child item. We
Child item.
have used a child item of system.
System.
Yeah.
That is why it is in white color.
Okay.
Yes.
Others are in gray. That in the sense
Yeah.
it is telling you can remove these things.
Okay.
It is telling you can remove indirectly. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes I take reference of many things unknowingly. How can I know what I used, what I didn't use?
Okay.
Yeah.
So while publishing your application, while releasing your application, if you are using unnecessary references, it will make your application size more.
Yeah.
So without this, my application size might be 1 MB.
Okay.
Now my application size, if I give exe to Santosh, it is 1 MB.
Okay.
But this I'm not using, but I wrote here, use this one, use that one, use this, but I'm not using those in my application. They're simply standing here. That's it. Now my application size will be 2 MB.
Okay.
Okay. Because you gave more references, more dependencies. All the dependencies will be in the exe.
Okay.
Exe is nothing but a power packed single file with all references and all your code. Okay. Exe is nothing but a compressed file which will have your code and all the dependencies.
Okay.
You cannot open and see what is exe. If you right click on exe and open with textpad or notepad plus anything, you cannot see that. But exe is a file which have all the code and all the references what you gave.
Okay.
Otherwise, how will system know what you have written, how it will run actually?
Yeah.
Now you got an idea what is exe? Exe will have a code actually inside it in an encrypted format.
Okay.
Okay.
where you cannot see because so many softwares you install now. Revit is also an exe. Why it is that much big in size? It will be in GBs, you know, right? 7 GB, 8 GB,
Yeah.
9 GB, 10 GB.
Yes.
That much code it has inside it. If I openly keep the code like that, anyone can open it and see the code, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw the code of Revit exe and I will start Pivot
Our own
Pivot
EXE.
exe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll start a new company. I will also give it to all the people and earn money.
Ah.
So that is why an exe is an encrypted format of your code. Only system, Microsoft system OS can understand it. Why? It will decrypt it. It will decrypt what you are writing. It will decrypt your exe and it will run. Okay, that is the security kind of breach kind of thing. Now you understood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So your exe is a power pack of all your code and your references. These references. So how many references you add, how much project code you write, that depends. I mean, that clearly, what you say that will reflect in your memory size, the file size. So directly proportional. This word I didn't get. Sorry. It is directly proportional to your file size. Okay. So whenever you're not using any references, you have to delete it. So to make that clear difference, that is why they are giving color indication. Okay.
Okay.
For this one thing, I need to tell you so much story.
It's really good, Swadip.
It
Like
really
we are
understand.
getting it very nicely. Yes.
Okay, you got it right.
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
in this way, if we go through our classes, it will take months. Okay, it is okay. Still, my goal is making you understand.
No, thank you, Gigi. This daily life, what we use, you know, those examples will help us to understand really.
Yeah.
Very
So
well.
even I'm not preparing anything. I'm just spontaneously telling you example, spontaneously telling you because I don't prepare because I have my own job to do here, right?
Yes.
So even I'm not prepared. Whatever I'm seeing, I'm okay. This is the one thing. This is the one thing. I have to add this. I have to tell this. I'm spontaneously telling you everything. Even if I miss, I'm like telling you in some gap, with some gap, or maybe I'm recollecting it and telling you. So you understood why this is the color difference now, right?
Yes.
So these are
Yes.
unused. You are telling to use, but you haven't used it. So these are unused. So whenever you use child item, the color will change.
Okay.
So that it tells you should not delete it.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. So everyone are with me till here. So did you write console.writeLine enter A and B in your console project?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All three of you.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now start your application. Did you create a debug point?
Yes. Great.
Yeah.
Yes. You can create a debug point anywhere inside this flower bracket. Okay.
Okay.
Anywhere inside this flower bracket, you can create a debug point until unless you have a uncommented code. You cannot create debug point for commented code. See, I am trying to create debug point at line 15, which is the code I have commented, right? It will not come at 15. It will go to the next possible line, which is 27. Okay.
Okay.
Even you can try this. When I try to click on create a debug point for commented code, it will not take. For example, I'm keeping this line again here. Here, if I'm copying and pasting it, you can use copy paste because that is a main what to say, a weapon for you in this Visual Studio. Copy paste. Copy paste is like every developers actually only do copy paste. They won't write code. Okay, even I don't write code. I copy paste. Copy paste in the sense like, see, if I wrote some code somewhere else. I need not write the same code again, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I will copy paste the whole code what I have written. I will do only necessary changes. That's it.
Okay.
I will not sit down write all the code what I have written already. That
Okay.
is kind of a waste of time. Okay. So don't use copy paste as a weapon for your work. That will save your time. Okay. So I did not write console or write line again, enter A and B, right? So I can just copy and paste it. Okay. So now I'm trying to create a debug point for line 15. Where will it go?
Directly to the 29.
29.
No, sorry, 17.
Okay.
17.
Let's see.
17.
Okay. Where did it go? 17. Why? Because
The
this is the
next
next,
possible.
Okay.
next possible active line where there is active code, where there is uncommented code. Okay. It will go to next possible uncommented code. In earlier case, I don't have anything here. See, whenever I comment, it is going to 29. But whenever I uncomment, it will not come back. It will not come back. Okay. Now you understood, right? We cannot give debug point for commented line. Okay. Now one more thing I will tell you. One more important thing. So in the initial stages, Visual Studio will maintain indentation or indentation only.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact word. Maybe indentation, I guess. Okay, indentation. Okay. What that exactly means is it will create it will maintain exact line spaces for your code. For example, this is my namespace, right?
Yes.
This is my first flower bracket in the code. Okay. In the whole code, this is my first flower bracket, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why my class is not starting here?
Because within that project, we will be giving our input, everything.
So actually, according to the notepad, if you write something in notepad, everything will be like this, right?
Yeah.
Right? Everything will be like this. So if you see something like this, or visually, if you see something like this, you'll get confused.
Yes.
Where I'm starting, where am I ending? What is my exact main method? What is my exact class program? What is exactly my console test? You'll be confused. You will never understand where it is ending, where it is starting. Okay. That is why Visual Studio will maintain indentation. Okay. This line spacing maintenance is called indentation. Maybe this will also be asked in your interviews. I don't know, but this is called indentation. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever you think you messed up in the initial days, you will write console.write line first line here and second line here, and something if you click and something you missed and you clicked on backspace, and again you're writing console something right line, again you're using the code, automatically it will come here. But these previous lines didn't come. Yes. Yes, they didn't come. I changed my code, my flower brackets using backspace. They also didn't come to the original space because I disturbed something naturally maintained by Visual Studio, right?
Yes.
Knowingly or unknowingly, I disturbed the line indentation. Okay. Again, to retain, this is the main step what I'm telling you. Remember, I'll be telling you one shortcut also for this keyboard shortcut. Okay. Even this I didn't know till my 5 years of experience, I guess. Maybe after 5 years, I came to know of starting. Okay, this is one thing. This is a shortcut to make this one. Okay. So the shortcut is Control KD.
Control
KD. Control plus K plus D. K for Kolkata, D for Delhi. Okay. Control plus K plus D. Click on Control KD. Did everything come into place?
Yes.
In my
Control
screen. KD. Control KD.
Yeah.
Yes.
CTRL plus K plus D. Sorry. Okay, did you try that once?
Yes, it worked.
Try to remove some spaces using backspace. Click on Control KD. Everything will come into its defined places. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
When you think you messed up, when you think you're confused, something went wrong, just click on that and remember this shortcut. That is very, very important. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So what I was okay, Control plus K plus T. Okay, this is the one thing. Okay, so you all have written this console.writeLine, enter A plus B, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
now this should show in our command prompt this message.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we will see. We will start our application in debug mode. Okay. This is the running mode. It is called as running mode. We can run in two modes, which is debug and which is release. I told you the difference between debug and release. If you run it
Yeah.
in debug mode, then only you can debug your application. If
Yeah.
you're running it in release mode, all these steps will be run in one single second. It will show you the output. Even though you
Okay.
keep debug points, it will not hit. Okay. Whenever
Okay.
the application is coming and stopping here, you will say technically debug point has hit the line.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now if I keep debug point here and start, technically I will say my debug point has hit line number 13.
Okay.
Okay. Technically we will tell it as debug point hit has hit line number 13 is at 13. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
So now let's start the application. Okay, you people also can simultaneously parallelly do it in your Visual Studio. I'll click on
Yeah.
start. Okay, so did you get something like this?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you get something like this?
Yes. That war.
Yes.
Something.
No, for me it's running.
Code
It is
warning.
running. Are you able to see? Are you able to see command prompt?
Yeah.
Okay, you got a message in command prompt as enter A and B.
No.
I
No.
got like
Okay, you created debug point, right? So I think your code will stop here now. Okay, leave whatever it is in your laptop, computer. See my screen.
Okay.
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 So what it is telling, you are debugging a release build of console test 1 exe. While telling to you the differences between debug and release, I forgot to change release to debug
Yeah.
and I was running my application. So it is
Okay.
throwing an error.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is telling you are debugging a release build of console exe. The example breakpoints will not be hit. I told you technically we call it as hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Breakpoints will not be hit. If you continue debugging, it will not debug anything. It will directly run. You can stop debugging.
Yeah.
I'll stop debugging. I will move to debug. And don't forget to save. Save. You have two save options here. Save all and save. So whenever I saw save, I thought I remembered one point. This is when you click on the first save option, what it is telling. Go to your save option and check.
Save program dot
yeah, save program .cs. Okay. When you go to the second one, what is it telling?
Save all.
Yes. Yes. So the difference here it is. So I have a program, another file, program 2.
Okay.
Okay. So I have changes there. I did some changes there, but I didn't save. I didn't save. I came back to program again. But there are unsaved changes in some other CS file, class file. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now I did changes in program again. So I did changes here. I clicked on enter. I just created some empty spaces, empty lines. Okay.
Okay.
Now this hash ticket is showing, right? Program.cs has this star mark. The star
Yes.
mark indicates unsaved changes.
Okay.
Okay. This star mark indicates unsaved changes. It is telling that you changed something, but you didn't save. Okay. But I also have changes in some other file too, which is program2, program2.cs, which is not here, but let's assume it. Okay. I did some changes in program2. I did some changes in program. Okay. Now I'm in program. If I only want to save program.cs, I will go for this option.
Okay.
Save program.cs. Is the star mark gone?
Yes.
Yes, gone. Why? Because I have saved this program.cs. But if I have program2.cs here beside it, that will show the star mark still. Why? Because I didn't save that. I saved only
The
program.cs. So
Okay.
in order to save program.2, when I am in program, now I am in which class, which file? Program.cs. But I am staying in program.cs, but I want to save changes in other files also. But I don't want to go to that class file and save them. I want to stay in program only.
Okay.
I want to stay in program, but I want to save other files. I don't want to go to each and every file and click on save. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I can use save all.
Okay.
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 Got it. Yeah.
This save all option will make or will save changes in all files inside the whole solution.
Okay.
Okay.
This single save will only save your active class, active window, active code. What is my active code here? Program.cs.
Okay.
Okay, got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Got the two references, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is another option called undo and redo. You know it.
Yes.
I didn't have to explain it, right? So whenever I write something, I can undo it or I can redo it.
Yes.
So I think I need not to explain these two options more, right?
Yes.
You are aware of it and you use most oftenly in your Revit. I know that. I know that. Okay. So these are the options. And see, I am in console 1, but I want to go back to program. Okay, we will end this in 10 minutes. I'm in this window now, right?
Okay.
This is one window. This is one window. Okay. Okay. This is one window. This is one window. Or else, okay, let us assume. Okay, I was in line 15. Assume there are thousands of lines in your code. Okay. I'm in line 15. See, when you have thousands of hundreds of lines in your code, you cannot see what is in your top because you have to scroll like this. You have to scroll, you have to go to top and you have to check what is there on top. Okay. Now I was in line 15. I remember my line. I was in 15, but I need to check at bottom something is there. I scrolled down, I came down, and now I came to here. I clicked my cursor on 134. Okay. Now I thought to go back, but I don't remember the line numbers now. But you want to go back to the line exactly you were in the previous step. You can click back, which is here. Navigate backward. Previously we were at line 15, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you click this button, it will take you to 15.
Okay.
Previous to this, if you are in 10, you can click again this one. So it will navigate to your backward steps. So if there is something linked chain between two lines, 15 and my 134 line are linked, I have to go back and come front, go back and come forward, go back and come forward to check the data between these two lines. Okay, I came back, but if I need to go again there to 134, I click on forward, backwards, forward, backward, forward. Okay, got it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So using undo because I don't want all these spaces. Okay, now we are in debug mode and we will run the application. Check whether you are also in debug mode or not. We'll start the application and we will see whether the debug point is hitting or not.
Okay.
See, there is some yellow arrow mark, right? When I was running my application, when I clicked on my application start, debug point was only red in color. Now there is something yellow.
Yeah.
Okay, there is something called yellow.
Yes.
So now I am here where my debug point is has hit at 12. I am here. How should I proceed to next line? Like using what should I go to next line? How should I tell debug point to move forward to go to line 13?
Continue.
Continue means it will if you click on continue, if I have debug point anywhere else.
Okay.
For example, if I have debug point at 29, if I click continue, it will execute all the code in between. It will go for next debug point.
Okay.
If I click on continue from my this debug point, it will check for next debug point. If there is a debug point after this line 12, it will stop here. If there is no debug point, it will finish everything. It will execute everything. It will exit the code.
Okay.
Okay. So you understood what is continue?
Yes. Yes.
And this is a
Yes.
stop button. Stop debugging. So by any chance, if you come to know that you have written wrong code or the results what you got while debugging is wrong, you can stop your application and you can again modify your code. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Continue, stop, got it?
Yes.
And we have some more arrow indications here. Step into, step over, step out. Okay. Forget about this one and this one. We have an option called step over. Do you also can see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
application? All three of you, Deepa?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, Varun.
So this is the button we have to use to proceed to tell the debug point to go to next line. F10. But some laptops will, if you press F10, some other functionality will be there. Okay. If you are using a keyboard, separate keyboard for your laptop, Bluetooth keyboard or some other wired keyboard for your laptop additionally, then that will work in most of the cases. If you are using the default laptop's keyboard, because mine is my office laptop is Dell and they gave me an engineering laptop, that in that laptop F10 has some different functionality. If I click F10, something will happen, but it will not go to next line.
Okay.
Okay. It will not go to next line. If I'm using a connected keyboard to my laptop, that F10 key will work, but my laptop's default keyboard will not work.
Yes.
So if you are using laptop and if you click F10, if nothing is happening, don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
Anyone is using laptop?
No.
No, right? Everyone is having additional keyboard attached, right? Or
Yes.
maybe desktop or something like that. Okay. Okay, great. If you are clicking F10, if nothing is happening, don't worry. Your functionality in your computer for F10 has defined for something other purpose. You can edit shortcuts in your computer. Okay.
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 Okay. That is a different case if it is not working for you. I hope it will work for you now. Just click F10.
Yeah, it's worked.
Did it come to next line?
Yes, yes.
Now your arrow shows where you are.
Mm.
This arrow, what I'm highlighting, this arrow shows where you are in your code now. Okay. I'm at line 13 now. Okay. I clicked F10 and the running point moved from 12 to 13.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Understood?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Deepa, are you here?
Yes, Pradeep.
Okay. Everyone is at this line, right? Console.write line now.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now click F10 again. You are testing your application, right? Actually, at this point, your command prompt should get opened, but
Mm.
the high priority is your Visual Studio
Mm.
because you have finished this line, right?
Yes.
What it will do? It will go to next line,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So it overcame your window, your command prompt window, okay?
Okay.
Because it want to show you the next line. Something is there after this also. Like I'm asking, I have written some other enter B and D, enter to. I have some other actions also in line 14 and 15. That should happen, right?
Yes.
This should
Okay.
not be your main window when you're
Mm.
debugging. When you are
Mm.
when you are in release and when you are using exe, this will be your top window.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Why it didn't pop up for you in the case you are debugging? So it has finished one line and it is expecting that you will see the
Error.
next line. Visual Studio is expecting that
Okay.
Girija or Santosh or Deepa want to see the next line. That is why it will keep Visual Studio as top window.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
It performed some action
Mm.
and Visual Studio is thinking that, okay, the person want to see the next line, I think, right? Okay, then why should I show this one? I will show my window only because it will go to next line, right?
Yeah.
This arrow will go to next line, right?
Okay.
So the user should see the next line because he need to know what is happening in the next line other than this window. That is why it was not popping up. That is why it is not on top. That's why this is on top. Visual Studio is on top. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now there is nothing more to do, right? Just click continue or else some message came for you. Enter A and B, right? So this is your output for your application for now. Let's click on continue. It will disappear. Why? Your application ended, right? Your command prompt will be only active till your application is running.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Santosh.
Hello.
Yeah, Deepa.
Yes.
Yeah, Girija, you're here. Are you here?
Yeah.
Yes. So your application, your command prompt will be only active till your application is in running state. When you end your application, your command prompt also will go. Why? Because you have initiated your command prompt inside your application, right?
Okay.
So that depends upon, so your command prompt life depends upon your application's life.
Okay.
Okay. That is subset. Your command prompt is subset of your application. So whenever there is no application, why this subset will be there, it will also go, right?
Yes.
So the same way. Okay. Now just remove the debug point and check.
Okay.
Actually, your command prompt came and disappeared.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was on top, right?
Yes.
The window was on top. Just for 1 second, it was on top and it disappeared,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
why it came on top? Because you're not debugging. Visual Studio is not expecting you to see the code. You're completely running it, right? Without any debug points. That is why it is showing you the output for a second and it is disappearing. Okay? You got my point, right?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
You understood what is console.writeLine, how to give a message inside that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and forget about the other methods like what I told you. What are the string? What is a unit, long? What are kind of other inputs? What if it requires 2-3 inputs in one bracket? This method I told you, right? Forget about all these things for now.
Yes.
Just try to use, try to print a message. Try to print a message. Okay.
Yes.
In a different format. And okay, that's it for today.
Yes. Yes.
It's like we already went too long today. It's like 2 hours since we started the class.
But it was really good.
It's really good.
Miss
Yeah.
Swadip. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like fully, like full detailed explanation. Huh? Yeah. Nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So as we went detailed, it took some time. But when you're clearly aware of these detailed small things and all,